got that rock and roll feeling. Let our host send your spirits reeling. Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show.
Oh, Johnny, I'm getting caught already, folks, right out of the box. You gotta excuse me, folks, as I have our temperatures have just dropped here in New York. What is it currently here? It says temperatures to rise, but currently they've gone. It was so hot this week, then all of a sudden it dropped down here. So Johnny's got some kind of cough. Here I'm with the allergies and everything else. But anyway, welcome to the program, folks. Welcome to our Sunday night get-together this April 19th, 2026. It's the 1950s and early 60s. We're going to play records from the years 1958 through, although I think I have my Josh White record, I think is 64, I think. But the biggest block tonight is the 1958 block, and we got all your requests. I got another collector record of the week in the 1959 block. I got some. I also got some bonus tracks too for tonight. We had a big crowd last night, although this show seems to be getting bigger than that show for some reason. But anyway, we opened up with a flip side from last. Well, actually, I played the flip side of this last Sunday for Gary Spring in Canada, this singer-pianist from New Orleans, Louisiana, James Booker, a.k.a. Little Booker, and it was with a vocal on that side. It was Joe Tex doing the vocal. The song was called "Open the Door," and that was actually for. I'm sorry, that was It was for Gary Spring, not Gary Hendren, Charlene, Gary Spring. But the flip side is a cool instrumental requested by UK listener Indrajit Advani, and that is Little Booker, a.k.a. James Booker. He was on the piano, or probably, was he on the organ there? I guess that sounded like an organ to me. And that's, anyway, from 1958, Little Booker on Ace. It's called Teenage Rock. Well, I don't know if I have any teenagers tuned into the program, although they should tune into this program. I think they should. But anyway, there you go. That is our opener. And I was looking for an up-tempo record to open up with from 1958. I mean, I can go to my database that I keep So, but Bill Sheriff, you gave me the idea, okay, because you requested, well, you asked me about the flip side of this next record, but I said, well, wait a minute, let me open up with the up-tempo side of this because it's a pretty cool record, okay, both sides of this record. This group out of, well, I don't know if the group is out of Philadelphia. I'm guessing they're out of Philadelphia because it's on Jocko Henderson and Barry Golder's Casino label. And, well, at this time, I didn't have any information on the group. This is the intended A-side, is with the Pancho Villa Orchestra. I think that was the house band for the Casino record label. This one from March of 1958. The group is called The Chords, C-H-O-R-D-S, different from the Chords, a.k.a. the Chord Cats I played on last night's show. And the song is called, and I don't know what this term was, but evidently somebody in the chat room, in the YouTube chat room, fill me in on this. It says, don't be a jumping jack. What is a jumping jack? I don't know, but here you go. This is our opener. These are the Chords.
Hey, fella, don't call me lover boy. I'm just happy and I'm shouting for joy. Out here trying to have some fun. Driving these chicks one by one. Don't be a jumping jack. Don't be a tumbling Jill. If you can't have some fun, just move over here. She tell me that you're a square. When she call, you never there. When you go out to have some fun, you just sit in the corner blowing bubble gum. Don't be a jumping jack. Don't be a tumbling Jill. If you can't have some fun, just move over here. Hey, little girl, come and take my hand. Let's walk down to the soda stand. When I get there, tell you what I do. Pour a bottle of soda and straws for two. Don't be a jumping jack. Don't be a tumbling Jill. If you can't have some fun, just move over here. She tell me that you're a square. When you call, you never there. When you go out to have some fun, you just sit in the corner blowing bubble gum. Don't be a jumping jack. Don't be a tumbling Jill. If you can't have some fun, just move over here. Hey, little girl, come and take my hand. Let's walk down to the soda stand. When I get there, tell you what I do. Pour a bottle of soda and straws for two. Don't be a jumping jack. Don't be a tumbling Jill. If you can't have some fun, just move over here. Just move all over right.
Oh, there you go. Listen, that's a frantic dancing tune there. Don't throw your back out on that one there. Those are the Chords there. The Chords, that's the intended A-side there. On the Casino record label, March 1958 release, Don't Be a Jumping Jack. So anyway, I don't, whatever that means. Do you know that, I think I told the story. I was talking in class. This was either 7th or 8th grade. And he told me, the teacher said, no talking in class. But I don't know what it was. It must have been some kind of sport thing about the Bengals or something. So I continued to do it, and he said, it was Mr. Thomas. He said, I told you, this is the third time. Now you're going to come up here, and you're going to do 50 jumping, or I think he said 25. 25 jumping jacks in the front of the class. I said, what? I said, do I have to? He says, well, I says, can I do it after the class? Because I didn't want to do it in front of all the other, it was a full classroom of people. You know, you're sitting in those desks, they were lined up. So he says, well, if you want to do it after class, then you're going to have to do 50 of them. So I said, all right, I'll do 50 of them. So anyway, so the class ends. So he says, come up here. And you know those those old they're all these old doors with they had little like wooden panes of glass, but you couldn't see through except the middle one, and you can look into the classroom. Well, they were all standing outside the classroom watching me do 50 jumping jacks in the front of the classroom. Was kind of like my punishment. Anyway, so there you go. They were talking. Maybe that's what they meant. Don't be a jumping jack. But anyway, all right, let's get to it here. Let's get to the requests here. We're going to open up with the request tonight for listener Joe Shacatano, okay? And this group, I think they only had one release here on this short-lived Bow label, BOW Records, which was a subsidiary of Arrow Records. How appropriate, Bow and Arrow, right? They were at a 1650 Broadway in New York City, and this label, a short-lived label, only 9 releases on the label. The best thing, though, I think, on the label, maybe some of you know the tune, it was by a group called the Chuckalucks. It was a song called Heaven Knows. Other artists on this label were Buzz Clifford, Rabbit, and Gino, which I have that 45 also, Ginny Angel, Otis Banks, and Freddie Scott. I think I have them all, really. And this one here that Joe Shacatano requested, the group is called the Encores, Encores. This came out in April of 1958 on Bow Records, and it's called Thank You. This is going out to listener Joe Shacatano. Here you go, Joe, for you, the Encores.
You gave your love to me and kissed me tenderly. Oh, thank you. Oh, 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 thank you. I'm very grateful. You made me smile again. My life's worthwhile again. Oh, thank you. Oh, 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 thank you. I'm very grateful, darling, of my happiness. Well, all I possess, darling, I confess, I owe it all to you. You made me sing again, and now I'm king again. Oh, thank you. Oh, 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 thank you. I'm very grateful. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, that's a nice ballad there. I've never played that side. I've always played the flip side for Barbara. The flip side is called Barbara. She was like, can you play a song for me? I said, well, you got Barbara by the Temptations on gold disc, and you got this one. I played that one. But anyway, I never played that side, though. That's a nice ballad there from April 1958. The Encores there. The Encores on the Bow label for Joe Shacatano, song entitled Thank You. And I do want to thank all my listeners, all my subscribers that we're well over Well, I'd say we're over 4,000 subscribers. I picked up a lot last night. I think like 17, subscribers last night. So that is great. And it keeps away the copyright police. So it's very important that you do that. And if you have comments, it's always good to comment on the YouTube page. And try, with this cough. It's going to be a pain in my behind all night. But really, I want to thank all the listeners for that and all your correspondence. I didn't answer all the emails that I received yesterday. I tried to, but I was looking for a record for John Engstrom. I looked through the D box. I was looking for an upgrade on a Dovell's 45, and I said, well, let me get John's D list in check. And I ended up cleaning these records, but they are really unplayable. But I did find one in one of the boxes in the 60s, though. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in this is the golden year of 1958. Where were you in 1958? Well, this next record came out in July, so I wasn't yet in existence yet. But this is a request for listener Paul Michel. This record could probably qualify as a collector's corner item. Surik sold me this record because he upgraded his copy, so he sold me his other copy here. A label out of Utica, New York. The group is from Buffalo, New York. It's a female lead, I think with male backing. I think she was the only female. The lead singer on this, her name is Barbara Sinclair. Barbara Sinclair. And she would, as a matter of fact, she would have some soul releases in the early 1970s or late 60s, early 70s as Barbara St. Clair. Okay, but first she did lead with this group called the Supremes. So I guess the other group members here were that actually went on to bigger and better things also. Grover Washington Jr. and Lonnie Smith were members of this group. This is on Stanley Markowski's Mark Records. There's a couple of good records, or more than a couple, on this label. But let's go to July of 1958 by request for Paul Michel. Here are the Supremes on Mark. It's called Nobody Can Love You. Here you go, Paul, for you, the Supremes.
Pretty
like me.
Yeah, rare 45s here for a Sunday evening. Those are the Supremes, not the Supremes on the Ace label. That is a male group. Not Diana Ross and the Supremes, of course. They are out of Detroit. This group I get out of Buffalo, New York, a very rare record on the Mark record label, Mark Records. And the song is called Nobody Can Love You, July 1958. I had... I think if you look at the scan on Facebook, why I was late, folks, was because they won't let Charlene share my Facebook posts. They wouldn't let her do it, so I ended up doing it. But I had to be careful what groups I shared it with. They're only letting me share it to 9 groups. But I did that. But let me see. I can't see it on this. Don't ask about my eyes. But I think it's Cohen or something here. Who was either their manager or whatever, as far as promoting this record. You can't see when you write on a green label like this. But anyway, it's not an easy record to find, folks. So if you're, I don't even know if that was booted or not. But the Charm Kings, the label style changed, I think, to like a orange label. But I do have the Teenage Moonlighters. That's a rare record also on that Mark record label. Anyway, let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for for Davy Hecht. Okay, this is actually a flip side. Who requested this? Somebody. This was a flip side request, by the way. So let me see here. Who did I play it for? Oh, darn it. I don't have it here. I apologize, folks. But this is, oh, man. I don't know. But this is the side I think, hold on a second. Oh, I'm just going to play it. I'm sorry, folks. Anyway, this is for Davy Hecht. I don't know if Benny King is on this side. I don't think he is. He's on one of these sides. Somebody could correct me in the chat room, please. But anyway, from February 58, these are the crowns, okay, on R&B records for Davy Hecht. It's called Kiss and Make Up. One is Charlie Thomas, okay. Is it Charlie Thomas on this side? I don't know anymore. Kiss and Make Up is the name of the tune. Here you go. This is going out to listener Davy Hecht. Here you go. Here you go, Davy, for you.
Well, alright, you were right. I was wrong. Come on,
Anyway, folks, there you go. Let me tell you what's on here. I don't know if this is right, though. It says here, I'll tell you what's here. At least it might be right. I don't know. Before Benny King found success as a drifter on Atlantic Records, I wrote this, but I don't know what side I wrote it for. He was a member of a group called the Crowns. He was using his real name, Benjamin Earl Nelson, when he was with this group. Other members of the group were James Papa Clark, Doc Green Jr., Ellsbury Hobbs, and Charlie Thomas. This is the group that would eventually replace the old Drifters on Atlantic. Okay, they were called the Crowns. This song, written by Doc Palmas and Mort Schumann, this is their label also. But I'm worried about the lead singer on this here. Okay, yeah. And they put it out on their R&B label. This says it features Charlie Thomas on lead for this side. Well, that's probably, well, maybe that is correct. Okay, I don't know. It came out in February of 58. The Crowns on R&B, but I played the flip side for someone called I'll Forget About You. I just don't remember who it was, and it's not on here. Somebody else didn't remember it either. But anyway, let us continue here, and we are in the 1958 block, and let's fill a request for David Milfred in our YouTube chat. I really like this group here. Quoted for B. Caslin's Hull and Mascot labels, actually Mascot Records originally in late 1957. Their debut single, a great tune called Been So Long, would eventually get picked up by Argo Records. Now, this was the group's follow-up to that tune, Been So Long, their second of three on the Argo label. Features DeFosco Irvin. I just like his voice. I like their records, especially their ballads. This is from April of 1958. Let's give a listen to the Pastels, the great sound of the Pastels on the Argo label for David Milfred. The song is called You Don't Love Me Anymore. Here you go, David, for you, the Pastels.
When you kiss me, I can tell you don't love me half as well. When you smile, I see a smile not meant for me.
Ballads here on the Vinyltreasure show. Listen, I love that ballad. My favorite tune by this group, though, is So Far Away by the Pastels. But that's their third release. This is their second release on the Argo label, April 1958. You Don't Love Me Anymore. That is DeFosco Irvin on lead. Now, he would change his name in 1959. He became D. Irwin. I don't know why he did that. Maybe it was easier for to remember or whatever it is. But the Pastels, a great, great group. And only because I remember these records because my aunt had them. And you collectors out there, what you want with this record is you really want the promo. I guess you can probably get a Monarch press on this. You don't want those styrene East Coast, the styrene copies. I have a nice mint styrene copy, does not play well. And it's an okay press, a little bit grainy, but it's at least hopefully it's sounding good to you guys and gals. Anyway, let us continue here. So, interesting thing about this record is, so there was when I used to go to the Allentown, PA show, not that I knew anything about the disc jockeys out of Pittsburgh, okay? But there was this disc jockey from Pittsburgh. He used to have an LP series. It was called Mad Mike's Moldy Oldies, I think it was. Okay. And I think he was on a Pittsburgh station, WZUM, I think, 1590 AM out of Pittsburgh. So I was at one of the Allentown shows. I don't know who it was. It might have been Zurich or somebody. I'm looking at a box and they jab me in the side and I see this guy. He goes, "You see that guy over there?" I said, "What? The guy that has this long beard and wearing the army fatigues?" And so they said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, that's the DJ Mad Mike." And I said, I didn't know any Mad Mike, but evidently at one time with the Pittsburgh sound, he used to play cool records, and he unfortunately passed away. He was still buying records. He wasn't very talkative. I think he became a recluse, I think. But anyway, so he passed away, and I think his widow was selling his records, and I don't know if the guys in Pittsburgh, they ended up looking through, getting some of the bigger records, but the other records, they ended up, I think, some with Doug Hanners. So he put out a list, I think, and, I got one of the early lists, so I bought a lot of them off that list. So I get these records, in the mail, and there are these stickers on them with his name, Mad Mike, Great Radio, all these little notes and stuff on. I left them on. I didn't take those stickers off. I thought it was pretty cool, and I got a bunch of records in my collection like that from people, disc jockeys that have since passed away, but this was his record. I'll show you on the sticker on the flip side. So I left the promo sticker on this, and plus I'll read you this bio promo, but this is a request for listener David Fields, okay, as we go to the singer originally from Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, I'm Sir Big Dave Swinger. I'm sure you are familiar with this 45 too. 16-year-old singer from Louisville, Kentucky, and he was discovered by Pee Wee King in Renfro. Actually, I think this is the bio. Okay, let me see something. I think this is the bio. Okay, it says a native. Well, on this side that I'm playing, this is a request. This is a request for David Milford, who sent me all these Louisville, Kentucky artists. Not that I have a lot of those, or I do have some in the collection. I got to go back and look at your list, David. But it says here, a native of Louisville, Kentucky, Donnie White is a natural-born entertainer, and although Donnie is only 16 years old, okay, he has been entertaining professionally for the past 6 years, since he was 10. I don't know about that. He got his start by winning a talent show and then onto the stage, radio and television. And then onto the stage, radio and television with Pee Wee King, who discovered Donnie at Renfro Valley. Where's Renfro Valley? I don't know. It says Donnie White, that's his name. Donnie White is 5'7" tall. That's not tall, is it? I don't think I'm 6'1". I don't know. And curly blonde hair and brown eyes, and is a favorite with the teenagers wherever he has appeared. Donnie is finishing his sophomore year, okay, at Atherton High School. Did you go to Atherton High School, Big Dave? Or I should ask you, David, did you do that? I don't know where that high school is. It's in Louisville. In addition, it says here, in addition to his fine singing, Donnie plays guitar and has written several songs by himself or in collaboration with others. So the side that David requested is a tune written by Dick Glasser. Actually, Charlene has here, it was first done, this side was first done, or maybe also done. I don't know. Rusty Draper did this in April on the Mercury label, and Frankie Vaughan did it in '59 on Philips International. But let's give a listen to this rendition as done by Donnie White, and this is by request for David Fields from March '58. Here is Donnie White with That's My Doll. Here you go. This is on Sid Nathan's King label. Here we go.
Ba 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 boom, ba boom, oh my doll. Ba 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 boom, ba boom, oh my doll. Well, there's a relaxing in her talk. Well, there's a little wiggle in her walk. Oh boy, oh boy, that's my doll. A pair of arms, she's just on my side, and she's got those twinkling eyes. Oh boy, oh, that's on my doll. And if she wears those flowers with in her hair, and if she shows those lovely tulips that look so rare, well, if she looks at you the way she looks at me, I tell you, brother, while it's plain to see that she's my doll. My doll. My doll. Well, there's a little accent in her talk. There's a little wiggle in her walk. Oh boy, oh boy, that's on my doll. A pair of arms, she's just on my side, and she's got those twinkling eyes. Oh boy, that's on my doll. And if she wears those flowers in her pretty hair, and if she shows those lovely tulips that look so rare, well, if she looks at you the way she looks at me, I tell you, brother, while it's plain to see that she's my doll.
There you go. That one there going out to listener David Fields. David Fields, the sound of Donnie White out of Louisville, Kentucky, April 1958 release. March 1958 release. Donnie White, That's My Doll is the name of the tune. That's on Sid Nathan's King label. I'll show you that Mad Mike sticker. It's pretty cool. Other things he identified as like a great radio, teen, all these kind of cool sayings and whatnot. So anyway, but I've never heard any of his LPs or any of his air checks or whatever, but he was a big DJ in Pittsburgh at one time. Let us continue here in 1958. Let's go to Brooklyn, New York this time and fill a request for listener John Cummins, as this record, when I used to listen to the Gus Gossard show, that's where I heard this record for the first time. It was actually off of an advertisement of one of his doo-wop LPs. So what he would do is, talking about Gus Gossard, he would say, LP blah blah blah, you get sounds like, and you'd hear them in the background playing, and I'm like, what is that song? What is that song? I never heard this song. So they were like obscured tunes there on this LP, and I said, I got to get that LP. But anyway, that's when I heard it first. I heard it on the Gus Gossard show. This group had 3 releases on the Capitol record label. This is their debut single, a tune written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Tony Pasalacqua. Tony Pasalacqua. This is with Sid Bass and the orchestra. This charted number 25 on WMCM here in New York City from September 1958. This record is as old as your host, Johnny G. Going out to John Cummins, The Fascinators on Capitol Records. It's called Chapel Bells. Here you go, John, for you, The Fascinators. Go. That one there going out to John Cummins. A great sound there. The Fascinators. The Fascinators heard their debut single, came out in September of 1958 on the Capitol record label. This is like the yellow day. I think it's the promotional debut 45. Instead of, you can also get that, of course, on the Purple label. Of course, 1961, that revival year, Capitol would put that out again, and with the in 1961 with the different, I think a new number also. So I just don't count that in the mix, although they would re-release that record. Great two-sided 45 too. And for John Cummins there, that's Tony Pasalacqua on lead. Chapel Bells is the name of the tune. Let us continue here in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat room. This group is from Westchester County, New York. That's where your host, Johnny G, is from. And they were from White Plains, New York. They would have just 2 releases during their career. And let me see, Charlene, that is... okay, I knew she forgot that. Okay, this is their debut single, okay, came out on the Warner Brothers record label. The group included Bobby Benedict, Tom Gerard, Eddie Ibanez, Jimmy Marquis, and Chris Shantini. Collectively, they were known as the Del Rays. This is their debut single on Warner Brothers. The other record is on the Moon label, which is another great tune that they do. Okay, but this is from November of 1958. This is for Timothy in our YouTube chat room. The Del Rays on Warner Brothers. It's called The One I Adore. Here you go, Timothy, for you, the Del Rays. Okay, there you go. That one there going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. The sound of the Del Rays. The Del Rays from November 1958 on the Warner Brothers record label. The One I Adore. I don't know if they probably just didn't market that record right for them. I don't know why. What happened, because they ended up on out of Newark, New Jersey, the Moon label. Have a Heart is a great record too that they do. I don't know how they ended up on that label, but they are the same group. And that one there, The One I Adore, going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. Johnny G here on a Sunday as we do a part 2 of the program. Receive lots of emails from the listeners that they enjoy the separation of the two. It's like shorter, and actually you get like a, I don't want to say kind of a different style of music. So if you like the early sides that I feature on a Saturday night, then we come here, although we kind of like gradually get into the later stuff, into the early 1960s, because I know many of you are probably from more of that era than the early sides of stuff that maybe when you were really, really young. But anyway, and some people like it all. But if you like soul, you want to tune in on a Wednesday night, because I'll be doing the soul show. We'll be on Oldies and More, and also here on the YouTube. So please consider subscribing to Johnny G's YouTube channel. Let us continue here. Here is a bonus track that Johnny G added to the program. Tell me if you like this tune. It could probably qualify for a Collector Corner record, because it's not that easy to get it in this with this press. Okay, but it's a great record. I like it a lot. As we go to Columbus, Ohio for this 45, issued a number of times, but this is the first way it came out on Eve Esta Dodd's Esta label, which was out of Hamilton, Ohio. And it's a debut single for this group. They were first known as the Columbus Pharaohs. This record issued in March of 1958. A couple of weeks later, though, the group would change their name to the Four Pharaohs as the record was released on Howard Ransom's Ransom label. And then one more time again, the third release for this record in April of 59 on High Weiss's Paradise record label. So he got into the mix. And then actually we can go one more, but I think it might be a different cut. I don't think it's exactly the same record, but he would put this out on Nance, Nanc, but it's kind of like a re-recorded version of the song. But anyway, this was a great tune, May 1958. Here is the original, the Columbus Pharaohs. It features Morris Wade on lead, featuring it on the Esta label. It's called Give Me Your Love. This is a bonus track from Johnny G. Tell me what you think.
Give me your love, and I will make you mine. Our love will flow as smooth as wine if you just give me your love. Promise to love only you. I promise our love will be true if you just give me your heart. You know, darling, you know I love you. I love you with all your many times. Give me your love, and I will make you mine. Our love will flow smooth as wine. If you just give me your love. Darling, give me your love.
Yeah, bonus tracks here for a Sunday evening. There you go. That's Morris Wade on lead with the Columbus Pharaohs. The true first press of that on the Esta label, May 1958 release. Give Me Your Love is the name of the tune. What a great record that is. Okay, it was interesting with their other record as the Four Pharaohs. After this, the other one on Ransom Records, I forget. So how that record went. So Greg comes up to me one day and he's going, I gotta get some of these 45s that Pizza Joe, and I never met Pizza Joe personally. I've seen him at a lot of the record, especially at the Allentown show. He would show up there. So anyway, I said, well, what do you got to get? He says, well, I want to get you, because Greg knew certain records that I was looking for that were on my want list. So I think eventually he got it because he was holding it for Jerry Diaz for years. And I said, well, listen, why isn't Jerry buying the record? I mean, you're holding to look, sell me the record. And it wasn't cheap, okay, because it moved up the ladder. Each one would add $100 on it before I got it. But it was not, I forget the name of the tune, but it's another great ballad with Morris Wade on lead. But I should probably play that as a Collector Corner 45 too. It's got some writing on the label, but I didn't care. As I babble on here, let us continue. We are in the golden year of 1958. Let's fill a request for listener David Vilma in our YouTube chat room. Now, interestingly enough, I know this song is the Count's favorite tune. So one time he calls me, and he's playing this record in the background over and over again on one of those little portable record players that you would take to the record shows to listen to records. I said, Tim, what are you doing? He says, I'm playing this record. I said, you're playing it over and over again? I mean, let the grooves get cool before you continue doing it. He goes, no, it's my favorite record. I'm just going to play it over and over again. I said, Count, you're going to ruin this record, but he didn't care. So he has a gouged copy of this 45. This one could be a little bit better. I bought this from Chris Ciccone. This group is called the Uniques, and this was a group also local to your host, Johnny G. This group was out of Portchester, New York, and this is the intended A-side of the 45, okay, it's on George Gollner's End record label. It features Arthur Epps on lead. Now, Arthur Epps would go on to have some solo releases on a label called Spark Records, but first he sang with this group called the Uniques. This one came out in February of 1958. The song is called Tell the Angels. It's going out to David Vilma in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, David, for you.
Tell the angels that I've lost my girl somewhere in this big wide world. Although I can't keep it to myself, that's why I must tell it to the ones above. So dearest to me, even though we're apart, you're part of my heart. That's why I have to say I need you. I need your love. Why I must tell it to the ones above. So dearest to me, even though we're apart, you're part of my heart. That's why I just say I need you. Your love. Go on.
That's a cool ballad there by the Uniques. The Uniques there on the George Gollner's and a record label, February 1958 release, song entitled Tell the Angels. That one there going out to listener David Vilma. Let us continue here. We still, 1958 was the biggest block, folks. And now let's fill a request for a Biker Scout in our YouTube chat room. How many of you out there saw the musical Three's a Crowd? Well, this is a song from that musical, as this done by this singer. Originally, previously sang lead with the Valentines. He was the lead singer of the Valentines, and also he actually became, when he started working in management for George Gollner, discovered Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers behind so many groups, also like the Chantels, behind the Chantels and other groups. Great writer and producer. I'm talking about Richard Barrett. He had some solo efforts, actually had two of them on the MGM record label, and Biker Scout requested his second release on the MGM record label, and this song dates back to 1930. As I mentioned on the label, it says from the musical Three's a Crowd from May of 1958. Let's give a listen to Richard Barrett. Richard Barrett on MGM for Biker Scout in our YouTube chat room. It's called Body and Soul. Here you go, Biker Scout, for you.
Must be like a stone to leave me here all alone when you could make my life worth living by simply taking what I'm set on giving. Sad and lonely, for you I sigh, for you dear only, why haven't you seen it? I'm all for you, body and soul. I spend my days in longing tell you I mean it. I'm all for you, body and soul. I can't believe it. It's so hard to conceive it that you turn away romance. Are you pretending because it looks like the ending? Unless I could have one more chance to prove it, my life a wreck you're making. You know I'm yours for just the taking. I'd gladly surrender to you, body and soul.
Well, that's one you really don't hear often by Richard Barrett. And usually I think they play the side The Party, I don't think I've ever played that record here on the program before, but that one there going out to Biker Scout in our YouTube chat room, Richard Barrett, and some group backing him up on that. From May of 1958, his second of two for the MGM record label, his rendition of the tune Body and Soul. Let's backtrack a little bit. I played the wrong side. Excuse me, I played the wrong side for David Vilma, so we'll call that side the bonus track. Okay, but let's play the correct side. I messed that up. You know, Mike Sape, I'm going to tell you what happened last night. So Mike mentioned, it was at the end of the program, I played the Suburbans' Leave That Gal Alone, was the side that I intended to play, but I gave Charlene the flip side, the ballad side, and I read the wrong thing. So Mike, I was like, what does he say? But of course, I read the wrong thing that I played, but I wanted to play that side as I was rocking to that side, Leave My Gal Alone. But I'll play the flip side next week anyway. But let's get the right side up for David Vilma here. So let's flip this 45 over by the Uniques from February 58. Arthur Epps, again, is on lead here. The song is called Hey Little Cupid. You get to hear both sides of this end 45. Here you go, David Vilma, for you.
Whoa, little Cupid, I need someone to love. Pretty little girl, like the one I'm thinking of. Well, now, pretty little girl, so nice and sweet. That's the kind I like to meet. Whoa, little Cupid, there's work to do. Find me a little girl before you do. Come on, little man, let's go. Take that arrow and the bow. Pull the strings, make my poor heart sing. Hey, little Cupid, hey, little Cupid, hey, little Cupid. Oh, little Cupid, there's work to do. Find me a little girl before you do. Come on, little man, let's go. Take that arrow and that bow. Pull the strings, make my poor heart sing.
Okay, that one there going out. That is the correct one going out to David Vilma. Played the wrong side there. But anyway, listen, that's a great two-sided 45. Anyway, for your listening pleasure, those are the Uniques there, February 1958, George Golner's End Records. Arthur Epps on lead. Hey Little Cupid is the name of the tune. I can just do a whole show on Cupid and love. Lots of records revolve around that topic, as we all know. Let us continue here now, and this is this is a flip side request for Liam in Australia. On the March 14th show, I played the Cordovans. The Cordovans, they were a group out of Brooklyn, New York, on Hiram Johnson's Johnson label. Played the up-tempo side, a song called Come On Baby. Now, only three members of this group are known. Irvin Cox, Alvin Haskell, and Alvin Grant, who co-wrote this song with Hiram Johnson. But let's give a listen to the flip side here. And this is not the true first press of this, okay? And the only time I've ever seen it is on Josue Perez when he posted it up on his YouTube page. It has this Johnson release is supposed to have like these like really thin lines, kind of wavy lines like that. That is the true first press. This came out maybe a month or so later, and then there's another press that came out in 1960. I think that's how it went. But anyway, let's go to February of 1958. The Cordovans, the flip side of Come On Baby. This is going out to Liam Savoy in Australia. It's called My Heart. Here you go, Liam, for you. There you go, by request for listener Liam in Australia. That is the sound of the Cordovans. The Cordovans from February 58 on the Johnson label. My Heart is the name of the tune. You know, there was a Charlie LaRocco put a 78 up, was maybe a couple weeks ago, a 78 on the Sunset label by a group called the Crystallites. It's the original version of that song from 1953. Not that I don't like to spend $1,000 on a 78. Okay, most I ever paid for a 78, I think, was $550. Okay, was the most. Now, if it was a flexi, maybe I would have sprung for something like that, but not on the hard slate thing. It's too risky for me to put that. I mean, you got to really wear kid gloves to touch a 78 like that. But it's a great tune. Listen, I know somebody that has that on a 45, but it's kind of unplayable. It's a cracked copy on a 45. So that Crystallites does exist on a 45 because I saw it. Okay, but it was cracked, and I thought he was out of his mind what he paid for the cracked record, but he wanted it. What could I say? But anyway, I wish I had the record. I think the record went for over $1,700. That's a lot for a 78, I have to say. Listen, it sounds great. The 78s sound phenomenal, but I just can't. If it's $20, $10, Spence used to bring them here all the time, and they were old, really old things, and I would pay. I didn't mind paying $15, $20, even $50, especially on a flexi. I don't mind. But anyway, not to talk about prices, but let us continue here. Let's do a flip side request for listener Dennis Flew Hardy, and I featured the flip side of this. Ellis McDaniel, you know who that is. That's Bo Diddley. Last week I played The Clock Strikes 12. That was for Joseph Smith. Okay, requested that. Dennis Flew Hardy asked me to flip it over and play the intended A side of the 45, as this song arose from a jam session between Bo Diddley and his maracas player, Jerome Green. Okay, so it features both of them kind of going back and forth on this, actually trading insults, okay? But this is it's trading insults in the style of the word game known as the dozens. Anyway, but it was his kind of a biggest pop hit, number 20 on the Billboard pop charts. This was a number 3 R&B hit for him also. From August 1959, going out to Dennis Flew Hardy, Bo Diddley on Checker, and the song is called Say Man is the name of the tune. Here you go, Dennis, for you.
Say, man,
What's that, boy?
I want to tell you about your girlfriend.
What about my girl?
But you don't look strong enough to take the message.
I'm strong enough.
I might hurt your feelings.
My feelings already hurt by being here with you.
Well, I was walking down the street with your girl the other day,
Uh-huh.
and the wind was blowing real hard.
Is that right?
The wind blew her hair into my face.
Uh-huh.
You know what else happened?
What
The
happened?
wind blew her hair into her face,
Yeah.
and we went a little further. You want to hear the rest of it?
I might as well. I don't
The
hear
wind
that.
blew her hair in the street.
Hey, since you told me about my girl, I'm gonna tell you about yours. I was walking down the street with your girl.
Yeah,
I took her home for a drink, you know.
took her home.
Yeah, just for a drink. But that chick looked so ugly, she had to sneak up on the glass to get a drink of water.
You got the nerve to call somebody ugly. Why, you so ugly till the stalk that brought you in the world ought to be arrested.
That's all right. My mama didn't have to put a sheet over my head so sleep could slip up on me.
Hey, look here.
What's that?
Where you from?
South America.
What's that?
South America.
You don't look like no South American to me.
I'm still from South America.
What part?
South Texas.
Where your western boots at?
I got them on.
There ain't no boots you got on them broke ass. Hey, look here.
What's that?
I've been trying to figure out what you is.
I already figured out what you is.
What's that?
You that thing I throw peanuts at.
Well, look here.
What's that?
You should be ashamed of yourself
Why?
calling people ugly.
I didn't call you ugly.
What'd you say?
I said you was ruined. That's all.
Oh, you know something?
What?
You look like you've been whooped with an ugly stick. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with it, but I believe the feeling right.
That one there going out to Dennis Flew Hardy, tuned into the program there. That is Bo Diddley. Bo Diddley with a back and forth with his maracas man, Jerome Green. That one there from August 1959. Song entitled Say Man. That one there on the Checker record label. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. We are on the 1959 block. Let's go to New Haven, Connecticut now as we fill a request for listener Jessica Stanley. Last week said she would like to hear this song by the Five Satins. This is on Al Silver's Ember record label. This is the group's 8th release on the Ember label, written by lead singer Fred Paris. This did chart, also charted number 6 on WBNY up in Buffalo, New York, from September 1959. Here are the 5 Satins on Ember for Jessica Stanley. The song is called Shadows. Here you go, Jessica, for you, the 5 Satins.
Someone stepped way into my dreams and tore them apart. Shadows for the first time came into my heart. Remember last September, our love was bright and gay. Should have known it couldn't last forever. Had the day, moments seem like hours. The days seem like years. Happy moments I've known have drowned in my tears. And if someone should tell me that you were not for me, I'd smile and say I'll wait forever. Through the years and never, oh, never, ever let the shadows fill my heart again.
Yeah, nice tune there. Those are the 5 Satins, Fred Paris and the 5 Satins there by request for listener Jessica Stanley. And that one there from September 1959. Shadows is the name of the tune. Great group, always have been a great group. Fred Paris and the 5 Satins. We are in the 1959 block now. Any of you out there would like to request a song on a future Vinyl Treasure show, email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And for any of the programs that I do here, you can do it for the Wednesday night show, which is a soul show. So if you like soul records from the 1960s and early 1970s, email Johnny G. If I have the 45, I'll feature it here on the program, or for this show, or for the Saturday show. The early 50s versus the mid to later 50s here for a Sunday. And sometimes, you'll know when it'll be on. A lot of people are sending me multiple requests. So just so you know, okay, and some of you know, like Frank Gingaro tunes into the program, Frank and Jerry. When you send me your list, I normally go down one by one. I'll go down your list to play them all. Sometimes I skip around if I know that I might have played a record like within a short period of time. So I'll play something that I might not have played, because I know all that information. You don't know, but I know. So I'll skip around, or I'll mention to you. I like your suggestion, Mike Sape. Thank you for doing that. But anyway, and if you want to send me a whole bunch of requests, you want to know when it is, it's easy for me to shoot it back to you when I put it on the list. I put it on a playlist. Okay, I have all your name slots going down. I have a long list of name slots, and I slot your name in. and then I sort it by year. That's how I do this program. As we continue here, we are in the 1959 block filler requests for listener Record Ralph as we go to Detroit, Michigan. Didn't we play for you, Ralph, their hit, which is just prior to this release? I played the Falcons for you last week, a song called You're So Fine, a great tune, and a 45 that my aunt purchased back in the summer of 1959. But Record Ralph requested the follow-up to that tune, okay? And this group included Eddie Floyd, Sir Mac Rice, Willie Schofield, Lance Finney, and the lead singer on this is Joe Stubbs. That is Levi Stubbs' brother, okay? And this of the Levi Stubbs of the Four Tops, of course. But let's go to August of 1959 by request for Record Ralph. Here are the Falcons on Unart Records, and the tune is called You're Mine. Here you go for Ralph in Syracuse.
You're mine. I want the world to know that I found that I love you so. Your kiss is my heart's desire, and your lips sets my heart on fire. Oh, never, oh, never will I leave you all alone. Forever and ever, you're the queen of my throne. One day, you're gonna walk down the aisle, and I'll mind what you'll be for a long, long time.
There you go, Styrene 45s. Johnny G hates. I hate especially this kind of styrene. But it didn't play that bad, but, you know, I just don't like it. I don't like Styrene 45s. August 1959, that's the follow-up to You're So Fine, a song entitled You're Mine, going out to Record Ralph in Syracuse. That's on Unart Records. That is with Joe Stubbs on lead. Those are the Falcons, You're Mine. Let us continue here with a bonus pick here from your host, Johnny G, as we head to Chicago now for this group that is on the Argo record label. And this group, it's this group's only release, although they did background vocals on two of Chuck Berry's 45s. If you own Childhood Sweetheart, if you own that record, and also if you own Too Poop to Pop, okay, they're singing behind Chuck Berry on those two songs. And Chuck Berry then, in return, is playing guitar on their 45. And plus, you can tell because number one, it sounds like him, and number two, this is Chuck Berry Music Inc., okay, is on the label, and you know that if you see that, it is involvement of some way with Mr. Chuck Berry, as he learned that because Alan Freed burned him on his big hit Maybelline. But Freed received most of the royalties on that tune, so Chuck Berry vowed that he would never let that happen again, so he created his own publishing company and called it Chuck Berry Music Inc. But anyway, he's playing guitar on this, and I think this is a cool tune from November of 1959, the Ecuadors, Ecuadors, the Ecuadors on the Argo label, and the song is called Say You'll Be Mine. This is a bonus record. Here you go, folks.
Hey, little girl, come and go with me. You know I love you, goodness cheese. Ooh, little girl, you look so fine. Tell me, pretty baby, will you be mine? Say, little girl, you look so good. Tell me, do you live in my neighborhood? Ooh, little girl, I love you so. And I never, never, ever let you go. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. Hey, little girl, will you marry me? We could live so happily. Forever and ever as a man and wife. I'll be with you the rest of my life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I love you for the rest of my life. Oh, I love you so, yeah. For the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. For the rest of my life.
So Reed King, you would pronounce this the Ecuadors? Is that how you would pronounce this? The Ecuadors? Okay. I didn't know. It just didn't look right to me. All right, we'll call them the Ecuadors, as per Reed King in our YouTube chat room, November 1959. You heard that Chuck Berry riff on the guitar, which I think is pretty cool. I think it is there. Say You'll Be Mine is the name of the tune. That's on the Argo record label, subsidiary of Chess Records. Let us continue now. We are in the two more in the 1959 block. We got my collector corner record of we'll say of Sunday coming up after this one here, but this is a request for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room, as this singer was a member of the Cool Gents that recorded for the VJ record label, but he would go solo in 1957, recording on the VJ subsidiary Falcon/Abner, because they had a cease and desist. They had to change their name from Falcon to Abner Records. Now, his real name was, did I say this right? Delectus Clark. That was his real name, but you know him as D. Clark. And anyway, this is his fourth of 5 releases. We'll call this on the Abner label. And this is actually a cover tune. This song was first done by, is that Bobby Parker, Charlene, I think? Bobby Parker, who wrote this, first came out on BJ Records back in 1958. Let's give a listen to this version from November 59 by request for Gary McClendon. Here is D. Clark on Abner. It's called Blues. Get Off My Shoulder. Here you go, Gary, for you, D. Clark.
There's a cold, cold feeling in my heart, and it's trying to get colder. Please, oh please, have pity on me, and blues, get off of my shoulder. You have ruined a perfect love affair. Now you're trying to get bolder. Please, oh please, have pity on me, and blues, get off of my shoulder. I can't sleep at night, the tears keep falling, tears keep falling down. My days would be brighter, my nights would be shorter. Blues, quit hanging around. You have ruined a perfect love affair. Now you're trying to get bolder. Please, oh please, have pity on me, and blues, get off of my shoulders. Get away, get away.
There you go, November 1959 release there by D. Clark, his fourth of five on the Abner record label. That one there going out to listener Gary McClendon, a song entitled Blues Get Off My Shoulder, originally done by Bobby Parker in 1958 on the sister label VJ Records. Johnny G here on a Sunday. If you are new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Where can you get entertainment like this and hear all Johnny G's tidbits and see the records? That's a thrill to see the records. I wish it was available back when I was collecting, to see lots of those labels. And some records I'll probably never see. I heard them, though, on a lot of the collector shows. But it's fun if you are a collector, especially if you're a new collector, to see these records. I hope, and listen, I hope I'm not making people spend money. I think somebody in my chat room last night said I made him spend money on Record Store Day. We never had Record Store Day when I was collecting records. I don't know why they did that, because they weren't making records anymore. That's probably the reason why they did that, because every day is record day for Johnny G. As we continue here, let's go to the Collector Corner now for a Sunday. Okay, as we go to Detroit, Michigan, I'm gonna send this one out to Tony Barcia. Tony, did you have this 45 in your collection when you had your 78s and 45s? Because it's not an easy record to find. This is actually my second copy of the record. I was able to upgrade it a bit. Had a label tear on this, but I didn't care because the vinyl was better. I had a whipped copy that I got on the cheap. I think Spence sold it for me. Got me good money for the record, too. But this is on Alonzo Tucker and Clarence Jackson's Al Jack's label, which is out of Detroit. Now, this group would have another release in 1960 on Warcon Records. That's not easy either, but this is their debut single, a tune written by Warren E. Pippin, and that's all I know about this 45, but it's not easy to find. From June of 1959, let's give a listen to the Celtics on Al Jack's. It's called Can You Remember? We'll send it out to Tony Barcia in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Tony, for you.
Can you remember? Can you remember? I can remember.
I can remember kiss as sweet as wine. I was yours, my darling. Yes, then you were mine. I loved you so madly, and I thought that you were in love with me too. Were in love. Can you remember plans we made to win? Then you broke your promise, caused me tears to shed. I cried and I cried and pleaded some too. You left me, said you're through. And since you've been away, every night I pray, darling, please go back to me. Oh yes, my heart is very sad, and I feel so bad. Please, in this misery, oh, so tell me, lovey, that you're coming home, and that you will always be my very own. We'll gather love's embers and start all anew. I hope it's true. You can remember. Can you remember? Can you remember? Try to remember.
Yes, that is from the Collector's Corner here. I'll do a Collector's Corner on Sunday, although I probably play multiple records that could qualify for that. But anyway, there you go, June 1959. But we'll send it out to Tony Barcia in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Celtics, their debut single on the Al Jack's label out of Detroit, Michigan. Can you remember? I'm sure some of you in the chat room lived the music, as you know, and you were listening to records back in the late 1950s, so you remember a lot of these tunes. I only remember a little bit from what my aunt, because listen, this record 59, I was 1 year old, so I'm not going to remember that. But I do remember seeing specific records spinning round and round on the 1950, I think it was an RCA, was a console, the TV and the sliding door that would come out. But my aunt used to use those metal inserts. I got one over there. And I used to ask my Uncle Philip to play the records for me, but I think he broke a twin copy of the Etzels. He broke it in half because he didn't know how to put the center metal insert in there. Anyway, let's continue here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let's fill a request now. We move into 1960. Fill a request for listener Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies fan in our YouTube chat room. This singer, originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. Of course, he had a big #1 record with a song called Kansas City. Okay, yes, Reed, it was originally called Kansas City Lovin'. It wasn't done by him. Who was it done by? Didn't say. But anyway, but this is kind of an answer tune to Kansas City, okay? And the song is called Goodbye, Kansas City, and this bubbled under at number 102, stayed at that number for 6 weeks. It didn't move up the chart. I don't know what happened, but it's a song he wrote. His name is Wilbert Harrison. This was his second of 11 on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label from January 1960, going out to Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan. Wilbert Harrison on Fury. It's called Goodbye, Kansas City. Here you go, Joseph, for you.
Well, goodbye, Kansas City, New York City, here we come. Well, goodbye, Kansas City, New York City, here we come. I got my crazy little baby, and boy, she is a pretty one. We going to the Apollo, and we'll dig the crazy show. We going to the Apollo, and we'll dig the crazy show. I got my crazy little baby, and boys, we gonna have some fun. Well, we'll stop in the Baby Grand, dig those cats on the bandstand. From there to the Palm Cafe, where the food is okay. Well, goodbye, Kansas City, New York City, here we come. I got my crazy little baby, and boy, she is a pretty one. And I'm not lying either. But you know, yeah. While I was in Kansas City, I met this little girl, and man, oh man, she's out of this world. But goodbye, Kansas City, New York City, here we come. I got my crazy little baby, and boy, she is a pretty one. I got my crazy little baby, and boy, she is a pretty one. I got my crazy little baby, and boy, she is a pretty one.
There you go. That is Wilbert Harrison. Wilbert Harrison by request for listener Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, in our YouTube chat room. That's the follow-up to Kansas City. A song entitled Goodbye, Kansas City is second of 11 on Bobby Robinson's Fury Records from January 1960. Goodbye, Kansas City. Well, say hello to Johnny G, those of you tuned into the program. I hope you would consider subscribing to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. This is our third show of the week. I'll be back. I thought I was gonna be able to do a Thursday show, but no, I got to prepare for. We'll talk about it. Bill O will be here on the 30th here. We'll talk more about it. Got a record for Bill coming up. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request for a flipside request for listener Daryl Letts. Okay, featured this group from Inglewood, New Jersey, their 5th of 9 on the February 28th, 2026 show. I played their rendition of the tune Moonlight Cocktails for Charles Liebman. Daryl Letts requested the flip side. This tune written by Sammy Gallup, and the group included Ronald Cook, Andrew Jones, Charles Allen Bass, and lead singer Homer Dunn. Collectively, they were known as the Rivieras. This one from May of 1960, the flip side of Moonlight Cocktails. It's called Blessing of Love. This is on the Coed record label. It's for Daryl Letts. Here are the Rivieras. Here you go, Daryl, for you.
Moonlight
He gave the springtime the blessing of bluebirds. He gave the bluebirds a happy refrain. He gave the blessing of flowers. He gave the flowers the blessing of rain. And to all children he gave the blessing of laughter. And to the night a lantern bright above. When he discovered that I was so lonely, in his wisdom he knew, dear, the right thing to do. He blessed me with you, dear, the blessing of
Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Those are the Rivieras, Homer Dunn and the Rivieras there from May 1960. That's the flip side of, I lost my place, Moonlight Cocktails that we played for Charles Liebman, and that's the B-side for Darrell Letts, Blessing of Love. That's on the Coed record label. Let us continue here in 1960. This is the last one from 1960 before we move to 61. We fill a request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. Now, this group is out of San Mateo, California. That at one time, this record was very rare. It was very rare. You could not find this record. It wasn't until Ray Dobard, he was the owner of Music City Records, he would pass away, and his inventory of records became available. I think originally there were 3 warehouses of 45s, all different labels, a lot of his labels, and that would be Music City being one of them. And I don't know, I was trying to find out back then. Saturn Music was the one that kind of set up the deal originally, and I don't think he was supposed to be selling those records. I think all the other guys involved were not happy when he was putting out records after records of things that, of course, there were lots of copies, let's put it that way. More than 25 count boxes of some of these records became available, and of course, all store stock and all unplayed. So I ended up getting a copy. I waited till the price started to go down a little bit, but it was still high, because I ended up buying some of them. I told Rico T, I said, kind of lower your prices here, because you got all your guys have these records. Lower the price, because you're going to sell all of them. Okay, and then I'm going to get ticked off when they start selling for $50 and you're charging me 3 figures for it. So he went down a little bit on the price. I bought some other ones too that were pretty cool, but this was one of the ones that I bought. And this is a request for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. The lead singer on this is Joe Blackwell. Okay, this is on Ray Dobard's Music City Records. And what do I have here? Well, this record, I think, I don't want to tell you what I spent, but it's probably 300 now, if not less than that. You can get it. I don't even know. Maybe it's not available anymore, but they were available, okay? And this is Music City Records, and let me see. Okay, it's Joe Blackwell and the Individuals is the name of the group from August 1960, and the song is called Beverly, My Darling. This is going out to listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Chris, for you.
Beverly, my love. Beverly, my love. Beverly, my darling, I love you so. Beverly, my darling, I'll need you so. Beverly, my darling, I'll never let you go. You told me that you love me. Please come back to me. I'll always want you. Listen to my plea. Beverly, my darling, I'll never let you go. I really love you, Beverly. Please come back to me. I'll always want you by my side. I'll never let you go. Beverly, my darling, I love you so. Beverly, my darling, I'll need you so. Beverly, my darling, I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you
There you go. That one there going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. At one time, that record was an expensive 45. I think it was a 4-figure record. Reed, you're telling me you got that for $100? I'm not going to tell you what I got it for. Okay, but it wasn't four figures. I'll tell you, and it wasn't near the 4-figure number either. But still, okay. But anyway, because there's so many copies around, and the dealers. I mean, you know what? You find out about that, you never buy from that dealer again. That has happened to Johnny G. I told you those people. When you find somebody that's a great seller to you, that can go down on a price or give you a deal, or you can go back and forth with the price, you got to stick with that guy. Okay, you should do that. But some of these guys, they like gouge you. Okay, especially when they find out that you got money to burn on records, is what they do. Because listen, they need you to buy their records, is what they do. The prices have been going down, so I've been dabbling back on eBay a little bit because the prices are lower, and even with the 8.375 tax I have to pay on top of everything, and then the ridiculous prices on the mailing the records, ridiculous to do it, and then you get really crappy service. And listen, I'll tell the U.S. Post Office, you get crappy service. I get records from Indiana. It takes like 12 days on a priority package. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. I got a lot to say about that. August 1960, there you go. By request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room, Joe Blackwell and the Individuals on the Music City, Ray Dobart's Music City record label, Beverly, My Darling. Used to be a rare record. It used to. Let us continue in 1961. Let's fill a request for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room here. And this is a B-side of a 45. Of course, the flip side my aunt had, of course, this great group out of Philadelphia. Their debut, well, it wasn't their debut single. It was their second release. Okay, their debut single was a song called No, No, No. Okay, wait a minute here. Did I mess this up? You mean to tell me I could have played a better copy of this on the flips? What is the flips? Oh, darn, Charlene. Well, anyway, that's because you're right. Okay, I didn't think about this. So, well, anyway, when I was communicating back with L.A. Arch, you wanted to hear the Bristol Stomp, which is a great record, too. I said, well, how about we play the flip side of the 45? Okay, which, of course, I'm thinking of Out in the Cold Again. Okay, so, which was the first flip side. But I don't know what the reason was. Okay, so when the record came out again, or maybe later on, or whatever, they flipped it. They took Out in the Cold Again. Maybe, I don't know why they did that, because this record came out in March of 61. I mean, the Bristol Stomp did. But Letters of Love is what they put behind it, which was the flip side of their debut single called No, 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 which is a great record that they put out later on, I think is the flip side of Stop Your Monkeying Around, that you can see the kids dancing to on American Bandstand. But anyway, only because it's a better copy. I didn't think of it. I didn't think. Johnny G's been on overload this weekend. But anyway, so let's flip over the alternate flip side of the Bristol Stomp for L.A. Arch. Okay, and this tune written by, hold on a second here. It's written by Borisov is his name. That's Len Barry's real name. Of course, he's the lead singer on this, from March of 61, going out to L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Dovells with Letters of Love on Parkway Records. Here you go, Arch, for you.
Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-doo.
I'll always love you because my love is true. Can you love me too? Darling, say you do. Heavenly.
That's a rough copy. I have the No, No, No. I have a nice copy of that record, but on the promo. But there you go. Letters of Love is the name of the tune. That one they're going out to L.A. Arch. Arch, maybe I'll play the flip side for you at the end of the show, so I'll leave that out there. because I like that record. My aunt had that 45, and it just brings back great memories of me, but I didn't want to risk it this early in the program here because, listen, knock on wood, we haven't had any copyright police. But there you go. That is an alternate flip side, as Big Dave says, that they didn't own the publishing of Out in the Cold Again, okay, but they did on this tune, Letters of Love. That's Len Barry on lead with the Dovells, March 1961 on the Parkway record label. The alternate flip to the Bristol stop that I'm going to keep out possibly to play. Let us continue here, and let's do a flip side request for listener Ben Warfield. Last week, we featured the Marcels, actually in the 1963 block. He requested the Marcels with their rendition of the tune One Last Kiss. Actually, I did a comparison of those two records with the Carl Spencer release. But he requested, well, he gave me the wrong flip side request of that record, which he thought, and it was not the flip side. But I asked him, I said, look, you want me to play the flip side of One Last Kiss? And he said, okay, that sounds cool, we'll do that. But this came out on an earlier release in 61. This flip side came out originally, maybe was their third release or so. I'm not sure. It's not here on this. It was an earlier Colpix. Yeah, Colpix one. Yeah, the flip side to Summertime. Thank you, Charlene, for that. Colpix number 196. But they recycled that B side and they put it as the flip side of One Last Kiss. So this record, this vinyl press here, came out in June of 63, and we're going to send it out to listener Ben Warfield. It features Cornelius Harp on lead. You're going to hear the bass of the group, and these are the Marcels. The Marcels on Colpix. It's called Teeter Totter Love. Here you go, Ben, for you, the Marcels.
Welcome to be
Teeter totter la, teeter totter la,
you love like a teeter totter la. You love is like a sky first comes up, and then it goes down like a wooden horse on a merry-go-round. You love like a teeter totter la.
Yeah, there you go. Cornelius Harp and the Marcels. That one there going out to a listener, Ben Warfield. That one there, originally released in 1961, featured the June 63 press, the flip side of One Last Kiss. That's on Colpix Records. It's called Teeter Totter Love. That's for Ben as we continue here. And let's fill a request now for a listener, Adrian Viterbo, in our YouTube chat room. This was a record I did not have. I got this out of Greg Surick's collection. I was looking for things that I needed, and I'm not going to say that they were cheap. This one, This one was okay, but it's not cheap, really. It's a hard record to find as we head to Detroit, Michigan. And this is their first release, okay, for this group on Mike Hank's Maz Records, MAH''S. And the tune written by the lead singer of the group, James Ingram. I forgot, Reed, do you have this record? Okay, because it's not easy to find, I'll tell you that much. It's from 1961 for Adrian Viterbo. The group is called The Leaping Flames. The Leaping Flames. It's on Maz Records. It's James Ingram on lead. It's called Dance Social for Adrian Viterbo. Here you go, Adrian, for you, The Leaping Flames. So there you go. That one there going out to listener Adrian Viterbo there. And not an easy record to find there by the Leaping Flames. Their other one, their second one is on MRC. Okay, and I don't have that in great shape, but it plays okay, but it could be better. I should have taken the other copy. But listen, you only have so much money to spend, right? 1961, The Leaping Flames, James Ingram on lead for that one on the Maz label out of Detroit, Michigan. Dance Social is the name of the tune. This is our Dance Social here for a Sunday evening. If you are new to this program, I hope you would consider to subscribe to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show so the copyright police stay away. Maybe I can play the Bristol Stomp at the end of the program here, so do that. And we'll play this record, but we continue here. We play the records by year as they came out, so you can see how the music progresses. We started with 1958 earlier at 9 o'clock, and on Saturdays, I start out in the, what did I play? 51, I think I opened up with. Was it Skylark by the Clovers, I think? And so that was 1951. Here we are now on the second day in 1961. So in 10 years, see how the music has changed so much. But let us fill a request now for listener Amnon, this quartet from the Bronx, New York. Okay, recorded for Vinny Catalano and Don Ames's Whale Records. This was their second release on the Whale label. This is actually a cover tune. This was originally done back in 1954 as done by the Harptones, but this features a Louis Donnie Bergio, I think that's how you pronounce it, on lead, and this charted number 79 on Billboard. This was number 70 on WIBG in Philadelphia. Let's go to July of 1961. This is for listener Amnon. Donnie and The Dreamers is the name of the group on Whale Records. Their rendition of the tune, My Memories of You. Here you go, Amnon, for you, Donnie and The Dreamers.
Please give me more than just memories of. All I have to keep me is my memories of you. I sit alone at night and wonder what did I do. I've lost you, it's true, but I still have my memories of you. Memories of you. I gave you everything and still you ask me for more. I guess I'm just a fool, didn't realize the score. Won't you give me more than just memories of you? Tell me what I've done, tell me what I've said. I guess I use my heart instead of using my head. Knowing that I love you, how could you break my heart? Can't stand it any longer, wondering why we're apart. Please give me more than just memories of you. Tell me what I've done, tell me what I've said. I guess I use my heart instead of using my head. Knowing that I love you, how could you break my heart? Can't stand it any longer, wondering why we're apart. Please give me more than just memories of you. Memories of you.
Yeah, cover tunes here for a Sunday evening. That is the sound of Donnie and the Dreamers, and that is with Louis Donnie Bergio on lead, July 1961. Would I say that was their second release? Yeah, their second release on the Whale label, Styrene Press, to My Memories of You. That is a Harptones tune going out to listener Amnon. Let us continue in the 1961 block. Let's fill a request for listener Kid Kilowatt in our YouTube chat room. And this singer goes by the name of Shane Hunter. Okay. And it's not, Charlene, he does have another release. I think he does. Is it on the IPS label, if I'm not mistaken? I think IPS Records. I know it's Hunter. Maybe it's not him. But I found this record in the wild here. This is, and of course it would be, Vassar Records is out of Newburgh, New York. That's not so far from Johnny G. It's a little bit up the line north. But he wrote this tune together with Ronnie Savoy from July of 61. His name is Shane Hunter. It's on Vassar Records. It's called A Luck to You, Dear. And this is going out to listener Kid Kilowatt. Here you go, Shane Hunter. Here we go. Wait, Johnny messing up.
Dark was the night, bright were the stars. The night that I saw you in somebody's arms. You didn't know that I was so near. So la la la, lots of luck. Whatever you do, luck to you, dear. Love is the reason I'm hurting with pain. I know that I'll never have your love again. I hope you're happy. These words bring a tear. So la la la, lots of luck. Whatever you do, luck to you, dear. I know that I'm not getting younger. I must face the facts that we are through. How long must I live in this misery? I'm so mixed up. What can I do? I'm a hero. Though you left with a scar, I'll never forget you. Wherever you are, you never loved me, and now it's so clear. So la la la, lots of luck. Whatever you do, luck to you, dear. Lots of luck, dear. So long, so long. La 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 la. So long, lady girl.
Runaway, run, 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 run. That's that. That's the sound you hear in Runaway. I forget. I saw the documentary about that with Del Shannon. But there you go. That one there going out to Kid Kilowatt. Last second entry into the request list tonight. July 61 release there. Shane Hunter's his name. I think that's his debut single. Has another one on IPS, I think is the label. Vassar Records for that one. Luck to You, Dear is the name of the tune. Let us continue here. For the 1961 block, we fill a request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey. He will be my special guest here on April 30th. We'll talk more about it after the 45 here. This singer hails from New York. His name is Donald Philip Marchand. Okay, and he has been in the music business for over 40 years as a writer, producer, and early in his career as a singer. He has written and produced songs for the likes of Roger Daltrey, Wilson Pickett, Eddie Floyd, Peaches and Herbs, and many others, and had 2 top-selling LPs, okay, that he produced for Shakin' Stevens, and that was in the 1980s. And he did record first in 1961 for the Mohawk record label. Then in 1962, he signed a 2-year contract with Morty Kraft, which resulted in 2 releases. This is his first release, and the A-side is a cool up-tempo tune he does, kind of like a Teener sound, called Round in Circles, but Bill requested the B-side of the 45, and he wrote both sides of this record. Let's give a listen to Donnie Marchand. Donnie Marchand and a vocal group here. This is the ballad side here from June of 62. Donnie Marchand on Trans Atlas. It's called I Don't Know. This is for listener Bill Olb. Here you go, Bill, for you.
Why does the sun shine? Why do the birds sing? Whenever you're near, what makes my heart ring? Don't ask me why, I So kiss my lips, thrill me to my fingertips. Darling, I'm simply in love with you. Oh, why does the sun shine? Why do the birds sing? Whenever you're near, what makes my heart ring? Don't ask me why, I don't know. Why does the sun shine? Tell me, why do the birds sing? Baby, whenever you're near, what makes my heart ring? Don't ask me why, I don't know. Why does the sun shine? Why do the birds sing? Whenever you're near, what makes my heart ring? Don't ask me why, I don't know. No, never, never know. I don't know. Never, never, never know.
As June 1962 release there, going out to listener Bill Obe, tuned into the program. Donnie Marchand is his name, with a vocal group backing him up on that. Trans-Atlas Records, song entitled I Don't Know. But I do know, what I do know is that Bill Obe will be my in-studio guest on April 30th. 2026. So join Johnny G and Bill Obe for that Thursday afternoon beginning at 1 p.m. 1 to 4 p.m. right here. Johnny G's Vinyltreasure show. Bill is my guest. Will present Bill Obe's Thursday afternoon record library of rhythm and blues vocal groups and 1950s artists. And Bill is seeking to recapture the 1970s when he would have all his buddies go over his home, invited his friends to his home to play records and talk about the music and from his personal collection. So he will be here in the studio doing that same thing, but with his obscure recordings and some previously unreleased things that Bill has that you probably never heard before. It's not like taking some of these other reissue things and doing it. This is stuff that Bill has, maybe off of some LPs that you don't know about, that came from other countries possibly, that they ended up getting these unreleased masters. So you want to tune in to this, and he's going to chime in with his personal experiences that he had with many of the artists that he will be playing here on that show. So mark your calendars for Thursday afternoon, April 30th, okay, which is it's not the week coming, it's the week after that Thursday, okay, right after my soul show. He'll be here from 1 p.m. till 4 Eastern Standard Time on a Thursday the 30th. Bill O will be here in studio with your host Johnny G. Well, let's flip over this 45. You want to give a listen to the A side of this. So what happens was, this was the intended B side of the 45. The side that they wanted to push was this side here we're going to play, which would be re-released as a B side to his next release, which came out on the Kraft label. It was another label put out by Morty Kraft, but this was the A side, okay, which is a pretty fast record here. So if you like to dance fast, this is your record, okay, and this will make you dizzy. Okay, because it's just the title will make you dizzy. From June 62, let's flip over I Don't Know, which is the B-side of the 45 on the Trans-Atlas label. The song is called Round in Circles, and this is by Donnie Marchand. We'll call it a bonus track. Here you go, folks. Round in Circles.
Round in circles, round in circles, round in circles I do go. Round in circles, round in circles, round in circles I do go. I know that you're gone, but somehow I still love you. The day not to give up now. So here I go again. I hope for the last time I'll find you again. Maybe this is the right time. All round in circles I'd go. Oh, my darling, I must know. Tell me, where are you? Yeah, let's twist. Your picture on the wall keeps smiling through it all. Tells me not to give up now. So here I go again. I hope for the last time I'll find you again. Maybe this is the right time. All round in circles I do go. Oh, my darling, I must know. Tell me, where are you?
Well, that is the intended A-side of Bill Olb's request. That's a Donnie Marchand June 62 release on the Trans-Atlas label, Round in Circles. The flip side of the ballad, Nice Ballad, I Don't Know. Record came out again as a B-side on his second release. I think it was Along Came Susie, I think, was the A-side of that Kraft release, which I do have in the collection too, by the way. Let's stay in 1962. Actually, this was a bonus track that I added in. Okay, this group here is called the Climatics, Climatics. Now, I don't know if this is the same group that recorded for a label called Request, the Request label, which I do have in the collection. But this is on a label called Reno, R-E-N-O. It came out in June of 1962. This is arranged by John Johnson. It's with Clark Dane and his combo. That's all I know about it. From June 62, a bonus track by the Climatics. It's called My Gift from Heaven. This is on the Reno label. Here you go, another bonus track.
Your hair is a halo. You're my angel in disguise. You're my angel in disguise. You're my angel in disguise.
There you go. That one there is a bonus track there. Johnny G added to the mix tonight. The Climactics is the name of the group. Came out in June of '62 on the Reno, R-E-N-O label. Oh, so they made a picture sleeve of that, like a fake picture. Like an AI thing? Is that what it is? An AI thing? The Climactics, My Gift from Heaven is the name of the tune. Johnny G here on a Sunday. Thank you all for tuning in as we count down the music. We are in the 1962 block. Let's do a flip side request for listeners Frank and Jerry Gingaro as on the April 4th show. I played the intended B-side of their request. This group called Ferris and the Wheels. The song was called Moments Like This. Okay, and Frank also requested the intended A-side of the 45. This is produced by Eddie Matthews. It features Tony Ferris on lead, and he is Tony Ferris. This is Ferris and the Wheels. This did chart number 53 on KFXM in San Bernardino, California from April '62. For Frank and Jerry Gingaro, Ferris and the Wheels. It's called He Was a Fortune Teller. Here you go, Frank and Jerry, for you, Ferris and the Wheels.
Abracadabra, alakazam, boom, boom, lamb, lamb, boom, 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 boom.
Fortune teller, fortune teller. One day when I was blue, walking away from you, well, I met a strange looking fella. He was a fortune teller, fortune teller, fortune teller. And as I walked away, a voice told me to stay. This is what he told me to tell her. The strange looking fortune teller, fortune teller, fortune teller. Forgive me, my love, for causing you pain. And in my heart, you'll always remain. I was wrong here and now I know that our love will grow and grow. Now fortune rains upon us, no need to use an umbrella. I have but one to thank, and that's the fortune teller, fortune teller, fortune teller.
Abracadabra, alakazam, boom, 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 boom.
Forgive me, my love, for causing you pain. And in my heart, you'll always remain. I was wrong here and now I know that our love will grow and grow. Now fortune rains upon us, no need to use an umbrella. I have but one to thank, and that's the fortune teller. Whoa,
There you go. That one there going out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro. That is the sound of the Ferris and the Wheels. Ferris and the Wheels there on the United Artists record label, April 1962 release. He Was a Fortune Teller was the name of the tune here. Hold on one second, folks. Let me get that one. As Frank Gingaro was His show was on tonight. Frank Gingaro and Gordon Skagberg, they did the Rhythm and Blues Serenade, a great show you guys did today on Sunday afternoons from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WRHU FM 88.7 out of Hofstra University. You can hear it on the internet, wrhu.org, as Johnny G supports that station, as they support Johnny G here on the YouTube channel. So you can listen. Frank and Gordon, excellent show today. Loved a lot of the tunes you featured on that show. Let us continue here. Got another bonus track here. Found out about this record was Ken Thompson, I think. The late Ken Thompson from southern New Jersey kind of turned me on to this tune here out of Philadelphia. Okay, the group is of Latino origin, and this is on the Big L record label, and the group is called The Cosmos. That's just a cool name. Barbara will probably like it because it sounds like it's from the Stars, right? Cosmos, but I don't know anything else about them. This is from 1962. Tell me what you think about this tune, The Cosmos, on Big L Records out of Philadelphia. It's called, in parentheses, I Feel, and then it's You're Torturing My Heart. A bonus track by The Cosmos. Here you go.
I feel like crying. I feel like dying. I feel your torture in my heart. I feel your torture in my heart. I carry lonely tears in remembering of your charm. Darling, you broke my heart in two. Darling, you broke my heart in two. You said you loved me once, but I believe your lie. Darling, you lost your happiness. Darling, you lost your I carry lonely tears in remembering of your charm. Darling, you broke my heart in two. Darling, you broke my heart in two. I feel your torture in my heart. I feel your torture in my heart.
Yeah, sounds of excuse me, folks. Sounds of 1962 here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Bonus track there out of Philadelphia on the Big L record label. Big L Records. They're called The Cosmos. The Cosmos with, in parentheses, I Feel You're Torturing My Heart is the name of the tune. Johnny G doesn't want to torture you with the music. That's why you need to subscribe to the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's continue. One more from 1962 as we fill a request for Steve B. SMB in our YouTube chat. I mean, this is a special dedication that Steve wants to send out to his wife, Nikki, for her birthday in April. As listen, Amy King is celebrating a birthday in April too. It's a birthday every day, so we'll send this one out to Steve B's wife, Nikki, And this group from the Bronx, New York, this is their first recording back in 1961 for the Mermaid record label. Then they would sign with Vinnie Catalano's Blast label. Okay, and this is their release on the Blast label. This record became really big when Gus Gossard would feature this on his program when I used to tune in on WPIX FM. This charted to nationally number 63 on Cashbox, 51 on Billboard, and this was a number 11 record on WAMS if you were listening in Wilmington, Delaware, and WATT in Trenton, New Jersey. And wait, that was number 11. Now you got other ones here, Charlene. Number 8 in WNDR in Syracuse, and WHYN in Springfield, Massachusetts. Anyway, from April 1962, Charlene's got that Dennis Kestenbaum is the lead singer on this. I don't know, maybe. This is from April 62, going out to Steve B. in our YouTube chat room, dedicating it to Nikki, his wife, for her birthday. Here are the Excellents with Coney Island Baby. Here you go, Steve, for you.
You're my Coney Island baby, mean so much to me. You're my pretty little lady, I love you tenderly. You're my lucky star, that's what you are. You're my Coney Island baby, you're so precious, so sweet. Since the day I met you, my life has been complete. You're my everything. Soon you'll wear my ring. You're my girl. Just the two of us here on a blanket of love, writing love letters in the sand. As long as there's sand and as long as there's the sea, you'll be my Coney Island baby. Oh, you're my Coney Island baby. Don't ever let me down. You're my pretty little lady. Feel like I'm wearing a crown. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever go. You're my Coney Island baby. I love you so. You're my Coney Island baby. I want you to know. You're my Coney Island baby. I love you so. You're my Coney Island baby. I want you to know.
There you go, April 1962 there, the sound of the Excellents on the Blast label. And this is the true first press of the label. When they put in the Kreider book about the RCA press, that was just, they got RCA just to press those up because they needed some distribution. That's what they did. But this is the original on this cool-looking Blast record label there. That's a request for listener SMB Steve B in our chat room, sending it out to his wife Nikki for her birthday in April. So happy birthday, Nikki, to you with the Excellents. Let us continue now. John Engstrom, I had a difficult time today finding a request for you. So I spent a lot of time looking, and I told you I was looking for an upgrade on Arches, not realizing I should have just gone to the Dovells, but with their first release. So I'm looking for an upgrade on this Dovell's thing. So anyway, I said, well, let me take John's list and let me bump it against some things in the D box. So I found a bunch of records. Okay, I didn't clean them all because a couple of them were from the 50s, but I was looking for the 60s, and I can't play any of them. There's one maybe I can play. I got to think about it because they're borderline. And my listeners are going to run away if I play those records. We can talk about it offline. You can email me. I'll tell you which ones I found. But I found about that many of them. But anyway, but I did find one that was in my soul box, okay, that I think you have as a teen record. I don't know if this would qualify as a teen record because I played this gal last week for you, okay, out of Philadelphia on the Guidon label, Maxine Davis. I think I played her first release, Because I Love Him, for you last week. Well, this, I think, was her second release, I think. And the interesting thing about this is a country tune, okay, by her. And it's interesting. This tune written by Smokey Rogers, who did it first back in 1952 on on Western Caravan Records. But this version, produced by Huey Moe, okay, and this is produced by Huey Moe. But let's go to May of 1950. But somebody else did this too. Charlene doesn't have it here. She went back to the first release. But this was a hit for someone else. I just can't remember. But this is for John Engstrom, May 63, Maxine Davis on Guidon Records, and her rendition of the tune, Gone. Here you go, John, for you, Maxine Davis.
Since you've gone, the moon, the sun, the stars in the sky knows the reason why I cry. Your love divine once was mine. Now you gone. Since you gone, my heart, my lips, my tear dampened eye, lonely voice within me cry. Acted small, broken my heart. Now you're gone. Again, all this life, time I'm wasting. Your sweet love and tasting, I was wrong. Now you're gone.
There you go. That one there going out to interesting tune there, really. A country song there, as done by really R&B soul singer, by the way. And that is Maxine Davis. I think it's her second release for the Guidon record label, May 1963. The flip is another country cover that she does. But that one there going out to John Engstrom, the song entitled Gone by Maxine Davis. Let us continue here. Let's move into 1963. Let's fill a request now for Mike Campbell in Florida. Your last two requests, Michael, on this group called the Channels, although this is spelled differently, okay, Channells. Now, this is on the Hit record label, and the only original member of Earl Lewis's Channels is Lawrence Hampton, Larry Hampton. He is the only original member on this, but the other members were Revo Hodge, was the bass baritone Eugene Alex Williams, second tenor, Tony Williams, who is on lead on this side. And this is from January of 1963. This is going out to listener Mike Campbell. The Channels on Hit Records, what is this, out of New Jersey? Yeah, it's out of Elizabeth, New Jersey. The song is called In My Arms to Stay, parentheses. That's the way it's gotta be. Here you go, Mike, for you, The Channels.
When the sun goes down, I'll be around. No matter what the people may say, I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you any old way. Any old way. Things gonna be different. Come on, break up day. We gonna get married, little girl. I'm gonna take you away so that we could have so much fun. In my arms to stay, yeah. My arms to stay. Bells will ring, the choir will sing. I'll give you my diamond ring, yeah, baby. That's the way it's gotta be. That's the way it's gotta be. Everything I do for you, yeah. I bought you a diamond ring to prove my love was true, yeah. So that we could have so much fun. In my arms to stay. Oh yeah. Every time I think about you, girl, it make me feel so good to know that you really love me. And every time I'm beside you, girl, don't you know it's alright? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that one there from January 1963. Those are the Channels. Well, kind of only one of the guys is originally from Earl Lewis and the Channels. That's Lawrence Hampton. But there they go, the Channels there on the hit record label. In My Arms to Say, parentheses, that's the way it's gonna be. 2 more 45s to go before we shut down here on the program. This is my last bonus track. Maybe I'll play that record for L.A. Arch to close out. But this is a great two-sider 45 here, in my opinion. This group hails from the Bronx, New York, and what kept this record from becoming a hit is the fact that it was released the same day that President Kennedy was shot, November of 1963. That date, that horrible day that he was shot. So kind of like put a damper on a whole bunch of things. So anything released around that time, especially new, was not going to be played, unfortunately. But this is on the CB label, and the group included Patrick Gall, Francisco Zublica, Hector Ruiz, Fred Campos, and the lead singer on this, his name is Douglas Rodriguez. Collectively, they were known as the Rialtos. The last bonus track tonight from November 63, the Rialtos on CB. The song is called, my father says this all the time, it's called It Hurts. Here you go for a bonus track.
Care
to have loved and loved.
Yeah, bonus tracks here on the Vinyltreasure Show is Johnny G losing his voice. Losing my voice. I am. Those are the Rialtos there. A great two-sided 45, folks, it is. And that record, it just, you know, when you're like, it is, I don't know, you get a great feeling listening to that record there. Douglas Rodriguez is the lead singer there, November 1963, a bonus track by the Rialtos, song entitled It Hurts. Well, let's do this one, and then we'll close the show for L.A. Arch with the Bristol Stop. We'll see if the copyright police come out. Knock on wood, they have not been tonight. But anyway, this tune here from June of 1964, this is a request for listener Delwood Jeff. This singer from New York is the son of bluesman, singer, songwriter, and actor in the 1930s and 40s, Josh White Sr., okay? He is the son of Josh White Sr., and his name is, of course, Josh White Jr., and this is his, first recording for Decca Records back in 1959, but this is his second of three on the Mercury record label. And let's see, he had later releases on United Artists. This is this tune arranged by Alan Lauber, and this charted number 8 on WAMS if you were listening in Wilmington, Delaware. This is from June of 64. It's going out to Delwood Jeff, Josh White Jr., and the song is called, and I wonder if you do this. Okay, listen. It's called Do You Close Your Eyes. This is going out to Delwood Jeff. Here you go, Delwood, for you, Josh White Jr.
Do you close your eyes? Do you close your eyes? Do you close your eyes like I close mine?
There going out to listener Delwood Jeff from June 1964 on the Mercury record banner. That is Josh White Jr. asking the question, Do you close your eyes? Well, Johnny G is about to close his eyes. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with me or you have a request for a future Vinyltreasure show, please email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number. If I have the 45, I'll feature it here for you on either a Saturday night or a Sunday night, or even on a Wednesday night if it's a Soul 45. So I want to thank everybody for tuning into the program this evening. And I get a lot of enjoyment when I play my records, as you can tell. But anyway, so I want to thank everybody for making this a great show for Johnny G. I just hope you enjoy the show. I babble on a little bit too much sometimes, but listen, you got a visual on this. It's not like you're listening to the radio. You'll see something. But anyway, I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Charlene, again, for all your help. And that's going to do it for tonight, folks. So, again, don't forget to come back beginning on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. right here on YouTube and also on oldiesandmoreradio.org. I'll be here with the Soul Show. We're going to close the show tonight with an extra request for listener L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat. He requested this one from the start anyway. I just wish I had my better copy of this, because I found 3 of them in the box, but original copies here. So our closer from 1961, it was a big hit, and it was a record that my aunt had, but it was on the old style Parkway record label. It was such a great record here, a record that some people say they stole from the Students. You know, the song called Every Day of the Week. They say that Len Barry stole that record from the Student, but you could be the judge. Here you go, L.A. Arch, for you, the Dovells on the Parkway label. It's called The Bristol Stomp. That's going to do it, folks. Everybody have a safe and happy week. I'll see you here Wednesday evening right here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Just want to, one more thing I forgot to say. I was going to do it because I didn't have a request for her, but I want to mention, almost forgot, for Karen Efron. Okay, she can get back to me. She's going to be, hold on a second, folks. I printed that out. Here we go. I want to just mention real quick that Karen Efron will be doing a show, okay, on in Philadelphia on WRVD. That's next week. It's on a Saturday, okay. And I don't know about the Wednesday show. They're mostly into soul records, but I'll mention it there on the show. But on Saturday, April 25th from 2 to 4, okay, she'll be doing her annual girl group show with Doowop Dave. That is Sunday, April 26th. And I'm sorry, that one's on April 25th, and Sunday the next day, she'll be doing it with Evan Blatt from 4 to 6:30. She'll be a guest on Evan's show doing old standards revised by groups R&B style. And she said she's got several Philly area collectors will be joining her on that. Almost forgot to mention that. But anyway, that's it. That's for Karen Efron. So anyway, here you go, Arch, for you, the Dovells with the Bristol Stomp. Here you go. So long, everybody.
The kids